Day and night, it's the same melody that is playing in Cotonou, the deafening noise of thousands of small motorbikes throughout the city. In Benin, the motorbike is king. It's used to carry just about everything, including serving as a tanker. For a few dollars, these daredevils can transport as much as 700 liters of fuel per trip. Sometimes there are accidents. When we fall off, the petrol spills and can catch fire. The human bombs are carrying black market petrol that's sold in illegal and makeshift service stations. There are thousands dotted across the country. How much do you want? Oh, 2 liters is fine. The prices are remarkably competitive. How much is it? 325 francs, which is about 60 cents a litre. The low prices are effectively undermining the market. No one, other than state employees, buys from the large multinationals anymore. Madame Rose owns one of the small and thriving service stations. They sell 2 liters of petrol for about $1.10. Me, I sell it for 55 cents, even less than 50 cents sometimes. The illicit trade costs the government an estimated $40 million a year in tax. But they put up with it since it provides a livelihood for a quarter of the entire population. The government would like to see us disappear. But it'll never happen, since too many people would be thrown out of work. Too many families depend on the business. Before it reaches the likes of Mrs. Rose in Benin, the petrol has caused some men to die, made others rich, and damaged large parts of Nigeria, the world's 7th largest producer of oil. Every day, thousands of liters of fuel, stolen from the refineries, crosses the border between the two nations. The superior quality of Nigerian petrol has attracted all the top oil companies, but also the gangs of thieves, ready to risk all, as they siphon off fuel from the refinery pipelines in the dead of night.
See it? So this is the crude oil. This oil belongs to Niger Delta.
This oil belongs to us. It belongs to all Nigerians. Today, the Niger Delta has become Africa's Wild West. Hey, who's brought the whiteys here? This is my home. There'll be blood here. Nigeria's crude oil is so pure that it's easy for the smugglers to refine it using old-fashioned methods.
This is what we have at the end of the day.
This is diesel. Because this is not job. This is life and death. So many people die from this job.
The rush for black gold is slowly polluting not just nature, but humans too.
Oil have destroyed everywhere. Oil is not a blessing at all, rather it is a curse.
To evade the police, the smugglers hide their illegal refineries in the heart of the mangroves, a marine jungle so thick, it's virtually impenetrable. The boat's heading for the black smoke that betrays the presence of a camp. Hundreds are hidden in this maze. We're meeting one of the gangs, but the guide, Morris, isn't happy. It's a dangerous area. The smugglers keep a careful eye on access to the mangrove, and the boat is soon forced to stop.
When we start talking, you off it, please. The point you off it. Wait, off it, please.
What's the camera doing here?
No, it's off. It's off. It's off. It's off.
Give me your camera now. Oh, why'd you bring the white guys here? It's going to ruin our business.
I said turn that boat.
Go back the way you came. I told you to leave.
Understand with somebody, don't say go just because they go.
Well, the river doesn't belong to you.
What do you know?
I've told you, turn around. You don't have the right to say that.
You got to say as a CEO.
Jasper, man, no, to make you up and I beg.
I never want to see your boat here again. This is my home.
They are aggressive because everybody feels they shouldn't stop this business. This is the only place they make money from, so if this place is exposed, it becomes a problem. So they just don't want anything that will expose the business.
We turn about, escorted to the next village by the smugglers, who want to make sure we really do leave the forbidden zone. A few years ago, there were only farmers in Bolo. But when the rush for black gold began, they soon abandoned their fields and became smugglers. Money poured in and concrete palaces replaced the small wooden shacks, and the village streets were paved. Belma has been a petrol dealer for almost 5 years.
Virtually, let's say, if I put it into percentage, like 60% of the people here are into the business.
Belma agrees to give us a tour of his refinery. This time we travel by night to avoid being seen by the other smugglers.
After now, you off the light.
Why? So that he can be able to see the direction we are going to.
You see it where people are refining their products. Those are dumps there, people are working in the night.
After half an hour, the refinery comes into view. The scene is almost surrealistic. The smell of burning petrol is overwhelming. The crude oil stolen from the petrol companies is refined in an archaic yet efficient manner.
These are the cooking pots. That's where the crude oil is. I'm trying to put the logs of wood inside. Come. Come. We just try to commence the process of getting our fuel, our petrol, our kerosene, and our diesel.
It works in exactly the same way as a still. The oil is heated for about 6 hours, and the boiling steam passes through a system of tubes to a section where it is cooled.
And this, the coolant. This hot, real hot, real hot.
Once cooled, the steam resumes its liquid form and is turned into petrol.
It comes out in droplets. Careful, careful. This is real dangerous. You see? You see? You see? It's coming out in droplets.
So we try to get water and extinguish the fire. That's what we do.
This fume that comes out can ignite at any point. Any spark of light, any spark of fire, it ignites. So at this stage, we are very, very careful.
Many have been killed when they're still exploded.
This is what we have at the end of the day.
Diesel.
This is diesel.
20 litres of crude oil will produce about 10 litres of petrol.
This is what we get at the end of every production. This is the end product. This is what we sell to people in those big badges.
After finish work, do they work on you?
After work, they sleep like this. They're sleeping, they're exhausted. They're exhausted. They're sleeping. You see?
The men who labour to keep the refinery working round the clock earn the equivalent of 15 euros an hour, 3 times the average wage in Nigeria. In camp, the only luxury is a generator.
This generator supplies us light, current, everything. That's why we are charging our phone here.
This morning's breakfast is boiled beans for everyone.
Okay.
The camp's taking it easy. The crude oil has run out.
We've woken up. The people are waiting for the oil to come. So anytime from now, we're waiting for the tide to rise. When the tide rises, the loading boat will be able to come in.
The last few litres of crude are refined while they wait. Most of these labourers work in the nude, as the petrol vapours would seep into their clothes, which could easily catch fire and turn them into human torches. It's dangerous work, but profitable. In fact, there's so much demand that Belma has set up new containers for the crude oil. As his camp is too small, he's cleared a few more square metres of forest, using a radical method.
Yeah, new tank. What to put new over? That's how we are burning the bush.
We burn the forest. Yeah, it's the only way to make the space we need. There's so much humidity that the fire will only burn for a short while. Enough, though, to have cleared an additional acre of forest. When Belma eventually does abandon his refinery, the jungle will have a hard job growing back, as the ground is now soaked in oil. Even though we arrived when it was dark, it hasn't taken the other smugglers long to detect our presence. We're coming, white man. We want our part. Go away. You're on my ancestors' lands. Who brought the whites here? Why is he filming me? He'll be sorry. He filmed me. He'll be sorry. Hey, this is my home here. Oh, what's your problem? We're not here for the refinery. We're here because of the white men. I'm ready to fight to the death. And I'm going to smash that camera. I've told you I'm going to smash that camera and everything else. There will be blood here.
We go spell everything. Blood go rush my blood, but no open.
Instead, you should give them money. Because you are snapping them.
Hey, when you leave with the white guys, we'll be waiting for you on the way. Once again, it's time to leave in a hurry. The Nigerian military have been trying to put an end to the trafficking almost from the day it started. But there are simply too many of them, and it's an impossible task in a mangrove that's several thousand square miles.
Right now we are in the mangrove forest. It's good for our business because the terrain is difficult. It's very hard for someone to trace you into this place. You know, there are so many meanders. So it's difficult for the government to come find us. See how difficult the terrain can be. You see, it's more like a cave, a dead end, where you think you've lost your way. And if you're not careful, you don't know the road, you don't know the sea routes, you'll just get lost. And that's why we have to just do this business around here. Because its place is very secretive. It's concealed, it's a hideout.
And yet the mangrove swamps are slowly dying, choking to death by the petrol that's being poured into the Niger. The waters become thick and sticky. The plants and trees are covered in a layer of crude oil that is poisoning them. The smugglers aren't the only ones to blame. For more than 50 years, the oil business has been responsible for some 200,000 tons of crude oil being released into the Delta every year, the equivalent of a massive oil spill. Among the first victims are the fishermen. Victor witnessed the first drilling near his own village. It was back in the 1960s. As the number of oil wells multiplied, the number of fish disappeared in equal measure. He's the last fisherman left in the village. Because of the pollution, there's nothing left to fish. It's hard to find anything to eat here. All the fish have died. Only some shrimps like these survive in these kind of waters. And it's not just me that's suffering, it's the whole village. 50 years ago, the villagers welcomed the oil companies with open arms. There was jobs and money to be had. The mayor of Bodo never thought it would turn the region into a living hell.
We have cancer of the skin. We have, because of this contamination, water contamination, there were economic problems, there were social problems, there were environmental problems. The spill destroy all the natural resources of the people, including fish, shellfish, animal, and even human. That is the economy. It has left people useless. It destroyed their means of livelihood. There was no means of survival in the community because the community depends on water for their economic livelihood. There is no job because people cannot go to fishing again. They can't go to farm again because the oil has destroyed everywhere. Oil is not a blessing at all, rather it is a curse.
The oil seeps into everything. A few years ago, Mr. Doe, the headman in a small village, was forced to reach a dreadful decision. He ordered all 400 inhabitants to evacuate, abandoning their homes and the lands of their ancestors.
I want to show you the water we were drinking. You can see the water. This is the entrance to this creek.
In the past, the village women came here to collect the water, but the well soon filled with oil, having seeped into the water table.
But look at how oil. You can use it for cooking. You can use it for washing. They find it difficult to stay here. No water, no light, nothing. Hunger. There's no food for them to stay here and feed. This is the entrance to my father's compound, my grandfather's compound. Look at it. This is where the village was. All this place I'm showing you is where the village was.
There's no benefit. We don't benefit anything in oil spillage in this our area. We don't benefit. We don't get anything. The people who are rich are becoming more poor, are becoming poorer now, every day.
According to the authorities, oil has reduced life expectancy for those in the region to just 40 years, compared to 60 for the rest of Nigeria. Unable to fish or cultivate the land, many farmers have headed to the slums around Port Harcourt, the largest nearby city. The Niger Delta is slowly but surely being deserted. But some have decided to fight back. To survive, the villagers of Okrika still fish for a living, with one notable change. They've exchanged their nets for buckets. They've become sand fishermen. It's exhausting work. Filling a barge takes more than 100 dives in the cold water, bringing up 40 kilos or more each time. Daniel, aged 52, now makes his living from sand, which he sells to cement factories. He makes just 150 euros a month.
Before we have enough fish in the water, but because of current situation of oil pollution in the water, I cannot get fish to sell even at the rate of 500 naira. Since there's no job for me, I decided to do this one to have my daily bread.
Daniel has been fishing for sand for 15 years. He could make 3 times as much by running an illegal refinery, but has always refused to do so.
I'm a smart guy and I have the strength. I don't think because of the bad condition of our nation that I should fold my hand and tie my hand to wait the manna to fall from up. But that is why I choose to find myself in this condition.
It's cold, but he's doing it because of hard work job.
The dream I have is that one day God will make things possible for his children because we are suffering.
It takes 2 men about 3 hours to fill a barge. It's delicate work as the sand fishermen defy the laws of physics. They deliver the sand to Port Harcourt. a hazardous trip.
If engine pass with speed, then the boat will sink. You lose everything. All your effort, all your strength, all your equipment in the boat, all will lose.
It would take a miracle for the fish to return. But in Daniel's village, prayers are said every day. Daniel lives with his wife and 3 children in a cramped house. With just 150 euros a month, he can't afford anything larger. But he's proud to show his kids he earns his money honestly.
I work for their living.
Yes.
Important to me, I struggle to make sure I take care of them, I feed them.
Every day when he goes to work, I will pray, then I will sleep. I will not be afraid.
Try to tell me.
Because it's not easy now for one to enter inside the water and come out. That is why I'm afraid.
In any way, I don't even pray that my son should find himself into that condition. So that is why I send him to school. I am praying that my son should be should be educated more than me.
I know he's working hard for us to be something, to be a future leaders tomorrow. I encourage you people, by going to school to learn more things.
They have to work hard now for them to become that doctor that they want to be. Sorry.
His one day off, Daniel spends in church. He prays he'll have the strength to resist the call of dirty money.
We begin to act well. We begin to behave well, from the lowest level to the highest level, so that the Nigerian society will be a happy place to live in. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior. Amen. Because there's nothing we don't have in Nigeria. There's no resource we don't have in Nigeria. We have all resources and resourceful people to manage these resources. But we are not getting anywhere because our leaders, they come into governance just to serve themselves instead of serving the people. And when you talk, they shout you down. And that is why we are suffering in the midst of plenty. Amen. Our young men that are involved in oil bunkering is because they don't have any meaningful jobs to do. And when they see how the political class is mismanaging the oil money, everybody wants to benefit from it, either by hook or crook.
Despite the death threats we've received from some of the oil smugglers, we're back to see Belma. He's allowing us exceptionally to tag along as he and his team steal oil from the big refineries. It goes without saying, it's a highly dangerous operation.
Going in daytime will incur so many disadvantages, in that the military people will be out there securing the property, because you know quite all right that it's an illegal thing.
There's no way of knowing where we are going to load up with the crude oil. That is Belma's secret.
since it's night, some boat drivers can be very risky. There's the fact that you might not know the road very properly, you might not know the route very properly. And if you don't know it too properly, there might be a headlong collision and lives can be lost that way.
The other threat is from military patrols, but using force to escape isn't necessary, as Belma has a magic pass.
You have to do that. We pay the surveillance, we pay the military people so that you can get your consignments and go safely. If you don't pay them, they get you and they arrest you. You go to houseboat, they might take you from there and put you in cell.
The pipeline to the refinery is a few kilometers further on land that belongs to this man. He's secretly siphoning off part of the flow of crude oil, which he sells to the smugglers in the area.
This is the owner of this point. He works here. He was able to open the manifold. It belongs to him.
Okay.
You can see the manifold is right there. You now line this hose to the water here.
Liberating some of the precious fuel means diving. The mud hides the opening.
This is the hose. This is the hose. This is the hose. This is where you line the product. The product now goes into the boat. So now what they do is, right from the manifold, as I told you earlier on, they try to break it off and they fix in their own hose. You see the pressure? You see the pressure? You see the pressure? You see it? So this is the crude oil. This is what we come to buy.
Most of the traffickers have no tanks or containers, so they simply fill the small boats to the brim.
See? Look at the boats. They want to now sell.
Who is the owner of this petrol?
Shell couldn't respect the MOU, so the people of this place have to chase them away. So at the moment, it belongs to the people of this land.
It takes less than 10 minutes to fill it with 5,000 litres.
Dave, let's go.
Come on, okay. Guys, come on.
Subsequently, some other boats will come. They will load for the night. They'll do this till about 3 a.m. before they close for the day because it's already getting to daylight. It's full of oil.
The boat, now filled with oil, is rowed back. There's no question of risking an explosion from sparks from their ancient outboard engines. Belma is selling an increasing amount of fuel. He needs large quantities of crude oil, so he's had a huge barge built. It was filled the previous night, but it's so heavy that it takes 3 days to reach the campsite.
That contains 10,000 liters. Consider what we have in the arena of our business or in the sphere of our business. This one is a very big one. I beg, no smoke, I beg. He's smoking on top of the barge. I'm telling him to put off the cigarette.
The barge weighs about 100 tons, and whenever there's the slightest current, the small engine struggles.
The tide is against us, so we're doing everything to make sure that we tie it up so that we can leave and come when the tide is okay for us.
At dawn the next day, the men are already at work. A few problems and a morning's navigation later, the barge finally reaches the camp. There are more illegal refineries in Nigeria than anywhere else in the world. The main reason is that its oil is easy to transform into petrol.
What we have there is Bonny Light. This crude is known as Bonny Light. It's the best specimen we have in Nigeria. Why this is the best is because it has less impurities. When you refine this, it doesn't take you too long for you to begin to get your end products.
How much money is that?
How much money?
Yes.
I'm sorry. We don't disclose that.
Why?
No.
Best known to us.
Each month, the thousands of illegal refineries steal the equivalent of 4 large tankerfuls of petrol.
All port in 2 hours time we'll finish. Okay.
This is the line that the crude passes.
Yes.
Pass to the ports. There's it. There's the oil entering inside.
Okay.
Almost as soon as it's stocked, the refining process begins. Not all the laborers are illiterate peasants. Some, like Belma, who has a geography degree, or Amaya, who's reading geology, have studied for years at universities.
Finish school, no job. So the only thing we got to do, we have to find something for ourselves. But we are going to struggle. We are going to struggle to survive. So this is the only way we can struggle to survive. There is no job. Look at me, I'm a graduate, no job.
Well, because this is not job. This is life and death. So many people die from this job. It's very dangerous. So we don't like it to do. We don't like it to do this kind of job because it's very dangerous. But there is nothing to do. That's why we suffer ourselves and do it.
It's being bought outside. We take it to the ships. The ships will supply them to the ships. The ships will now collect them onward to Cotonou in Benin Republic. That's where it ends.
The petrol will be transported 600 kilometers to the border. It's a no-man's land between Nigeria and Benin, where the fuel traffickers have created an illegal port that never stops working. business is now so well organized that there's someone responsible for the arrivals, as well as for dealing with the authorities. He receives a commission for each can that's unloaded, and part of the money is used to bribe the customs officials.
I mean, they know what to, they know
There's a large amount of fuel that arrives from Nigeria. I couldn't tell you exactly how much, since it comes in from everywhere around here, but it's easily 1,000 trucks worth. Gauging the extent of the traffic is impossible, but what is certain is that the activity on the border never stops. Antoine is employed by one trafficker and comes here every day to load up with petrol. His small motorbike is unable to make the climb from the port when fully loaded, so he makes 2 journeys. No one taught me how to do this. I had to make it up. I have to suck up the air in the can, because if they touch the exhaust pipe, it would melt, and the bike would catch fire. Antoine loads up 14 cans, about 700 litres of fuel. It's a near miraculous balancing act. The bike needs to be well balanced, otherwise we'd tip over. I use the little paths to avoid customs, and that way I can get to the paved road here, having avoided them altogether. Antoine earns about €5 a day, which is nothing, considering the risks he takes on every trip. One time I fell off, and the motorbike caught fire, but luckily I wasn't hurt. Antoine is indeed one of the lucky ones. Usually a fall while carrying a full load of petrol spells disaster. Every year, 10 or so small transporters die on the roads. After 20 kilometers, Antoine reaches his destination. I'm heading for the Wando district, but you can't come with me since the people down there don't like being filmed. Antoine has made 6 trips a day, every day, for the past 3 years. He survived not just because of his driving skills. He enjoys a little supernatural protection too. by offering gifts to the voodoo gods.
Antoine, we are one, so I'm going to Japan. Boca hand, parfum, we make a room with it. Upon a fair, we can't look when we draw in a Japan, you know, we draw. I don't get fun. O jantato na bagidori, o bragada masundo, o bregede monu jefeto, akpa vitu e kawa wadeni e so gbete boda gbeti anyi.
The small-time players in the black gold rush are just part of a much larger illegal trade. It has been polluting and destroying the Niger Delta for the past 50 years. The major oil companies are equally responsible for the human and ecological disasters caused by unchecked oil spills into the environment. According to the experts, the curse of black gold will continue to pollute Nigeria for decades to come. They predict there are enough oil reserves to keep the oil companies and the smugglers busy for another 50 years.